Welcome back to the Bismarck Prairie Heights preview. Hey, Karl from out of state. I think this is our first interstate
Yeah, it is.
preview that we've done together. That's awesome. How's travels? You're in Louisiana, right?
I am in Louisiana. The flight in was one of the worst I've ever been on. I'm not a world traveler by any means, but oh my gosh, it was like I was getting seasick. It was so bad.
Oh,
We're
you
over
mean,
that now, and it's the food is wonderful and the music is great. So everything's fantastic.
that's great. So I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully you have better travels back. We're
Yeah,
recording on Tuesday the 12th. You're flying back tomorrow, is that right?
tomorrow. Yep,
So prayers for safer flights back. Well, I guess the flight was safe, just not very comfortable.
exactly. Yeah,
And
yeah.
the wheel didn't fall off your plane on the way out of.
No, and I was keeping an eye on the wing. That's what it felt like. It felt like we were losing parts, but we didn't.
Well, I'm glad for that. We're all happy that you're back, and you'll actually be back in Bismarck this Sunday.
Correct.
And we're still
Yep.
in characters, right?
We are still in characters.
See which character, if I had to guess, I've been reading a book about that centers on the character Bartholomew. Is that the character that we're coming to next?
No, but he is a character for
He
sure.
is a
We're actually
character.
doing kind of a combination. We're going to do a 2-for-1 special.
Ooh.
Priscilla and Aquila, if you're familiar with them. Acts 18 is where we first do read about Priscilla and Aquila
All right.
and their involvement in the early church. And I think there's about 4 times they're written about in Scripture. So we're going to be looking at teamwork. We're going to be looking at hospitality. But I think the key thing that we're going to look at, if people want to read ahead, is and I haven't figured out a really snappy way of saying it yet. By Sunday, hopefully I will. But it's seeing opportunity or seeing adversity as opportunities, seeing a closed door not as something to focus on, but where else God is trying to direct us.
Yeah,
So
there's all kinds of cliches from the business world about that. Never miss the opportunity in a problem, whatever, things
yeah,
like that. So yeah, well that's okay. I'm excited for that. That's fun. We did talk. Have you had a chance to watch? And here I am putting you on the spot. Every week I find a new way to make you uncomfortable, Karl. That's apparently my job. But did you watch the show from this last week? The show, the service.
I have not watched the service yet. No.
So we had
As a matter of fact, getting logged on for this recording was about the extent of my tech knowledge. So
oh
I'm going to do all that when I get back into Fargo and have my computer where I feel a little more comfortable navigating.
Well, okay. So first off, kudos to you for unplugging while you're out and just getting rid of those distractions. I know that's an important thing for all of us at one point or another. But the conversation that we had this last Sunday, Tammy gave the message, and we talked about some cool things that are happening with our church, with our community, with our shared communities.
Mhm.
And I know that we have a new name that's coming down the pipe. And I've been, since we started, after I said, "Hey, are you ready to record? Let me push the button." Since then, in the back of my mind, I've been trying to think of what that name is, and it's escaping me. I know that you'll know it.
Journey Fellowship.
Journey Fellowship. So
Yeah.
that will be coming, and we've got things that are happening in the coming weeks and months and days and hours, and I guess however you want to measure the time. But we're working through some of that. We had you missed some caramel rolls and sweet rolls. That was fun.
Yeah.
But you'll be here this week. Oh, of course you will, because it's the potluck. I forgot.
Potluck. Yep.
Yeah, that's why you're coming back.
I'm starting to plan around the food. See, I'm starting to wise up. 2.5 years.
Got it. Yep, we've got it under control, and it's the Italian themed potluck to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. That
I
is
love that. Yeah, I love that.
Irish, Italian. We're Midwest. We don't know for sure, but we're going to give it our best shot. And I'm excited. I love Italian. I'm excited to smell the entire service, smelling garlic and
Yeah,
olive
oregano.
oil, onions, and all these things. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But otherwise, I know there's some great music coming up. I know that we've got the food, we've got a service centered on. So Acts 18 would be the read.
Yep, Acts 8. And there's not a lot mentioned. You chase them around 4 points in the Bible. There's Acts 18. There's verse right away in 2 Timothy. There's a little bit in Romans. They're mentioned a couple times, and that's actually how we end up being able to trace where they were living while they were serving the church. So we'll go through all that. But if you just want to get kind of acclimated with the names, which I think are awesome. Priscilla
Yeah.
and Aquila. I mean, it's almost like destiny.
Are they sisters, or did it just happen to work out that way?
Husband and wife.
Oh, I did.
Priscilla and Aquila would be the husband. Yeah.
I
Yep.
learned something new.
There you go.
Also, and when you said acclimated, so if you want to read Acts 18 and get there's a thing there. I don't know what it is.
There is. I'm not sure that's it, but there is a thing there.
Yeah, there's another thing that'll pop before Sunday. I'm sure it'll come
Sure.
to us. All right. Well, listen, I'm going to let you get back to enjoying New Orleans and all the food and all the good things there. Prepare yourself for the trip. We'll be praying for safety, and
I appreciate that.
yeah, for sure. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday. Thanks a lot for
Yes.
taking the time to be here.
Thank you.